In the press conference issued on this Tuesday, 19th April, the Special Envoy for the Great Lakes region of Africa, Thomas Perriello, talked about the economic crisis that the population of Burundi is facing. He blamed the cause of the crisis and believed that some steps must be taken to solve this issue.
So we will continue to push on these efforts. And I know, in what I heard, first and foremost from Burundians at this point is concerns about the economic crisis, fiscal, macroeconomic, and microeconomic crisis. Unfortunately, too many of the government's policies have been the cause rather than the victim of this economic crisis, and we believe positive steps need to be taken to ensure that things do not get worse and we can get back on a path forward.
It has been around 6 times that the Special Envoy has visited Burundi and had met with different senior officers, including the President of Burundi. Their talks were not fruitful so far. He cited different documentations that prove it.
There are trips where it feels like we've taken 1 step forward and 2 steps backwards with the government. We had concrete pledges from the President himself just a few weeks ago about the release of political prisoners. We have not seen that. We saw a pledge from the President himself about 200 African Union monitors, and there continues to be games played. As you know, we're a very results-oriented country, and what matters to us is our monitors on the ground helping to figure out whether people are being killed and disappeared. The OHCHR has documented a dramatic spike in the use of torture by the government. So here we are at a time that the government says they are committed to making sure all Burundians feel safe returning to their country, at the same time that we see systematic documentation of torture and extrajudicial killing. This is a kind of doublespeak that doesn't build confidence in the government or the path forward. Nonetheless, we know there are people inside the government and out who are committed to finding that path forward. We believe the East African community has taken a significant step with the addition of the facilitator.
According to Thomas Perriello, the government of Burundi is not the victim, rather the driver of the crisis. He suggests that there would be a reform.
The government of Burundi is the driver, not the victim of this current crisis, whether it's on the political side or the economic side. And as long as they're interested in staying on that course, it's very difficult for those of us who are partners of the government and partners of the people to help. And they have some difficult decisions to make. But again, when you take steps that make the situation worse, like the new banking laws, I mean, forget whatever political points they score with that. There are real lives at stake here with the economic conditions, and this is not a time to create and introduce greater fragility into the economy. It's a time where there should be a serious attitude towards reforms in order to move that forward.
Perriello believes that the Truth and Reconciliation Institution can play a major role on bringing people to sit down together and negotiate a path forward.